Works Director and the Administrator owe us a work plan that justifies the full-time positions and, you know, and takes into account, I guess, everything, not just the extreme situations, but also, you know, as a 30-inch snow event, which I understand is gonna be all hands on deck, but take into account all of the part-time, full-time, and contracted options that might exist to meet the needs of the city's labor workforce. And you know, what I'm asking, I guess, is that within 30 days, that we could get that, have that work plan completed and presented to us, so that as we plan budgets and everything else going into the future, that we've got a really good handle on our labor needs.
Jeff, what, if we promote Dave, so you've got another full-time, so you're basically would be losing a half-time, what is the result on the work, what won't get done?
Well, as you know, I've been after a full-time guy to get Dave Hall on for a while. What we're talking about tonight is 2 hours. 2. I'm losing an 8-hour man, and I'm asking for 2. I don't think it's unreasonable. I agree that maybe we want to look at things like that, and Steve and I have talked about this over and over. I understand. But if you looked at the amount of savings that we're already talking about by putting Dave Howell on, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Vern, if I do what you want done and I tell Dave Howell he didn't get hired tonight, I'll lose him. He's gone. I lied to him. He'll call me a liar, and he'll leave. Plain and simple.
Well, why did you promise him the job?
I have been telling him for a long time that as soon as Doug Rislove tries to retire, or goes to retire, we would try to bring him on. We have done that.
And
We have talked about it, and we have talked about it, and we've talked about it. Now we are sitting here,
But
yes, the
that's not
snow
a
is coming
promise.
up, we've got all these things going on right now, with all these projects going on that haven't ended, we've had all these years doing these projects, so that things, our workload is triple what it was before. I'm not asking you for more money, I'm not asking you for another full-time man, I'm asking for 2 hours.
I'm asking for the same thing that I asked for 22 months ago.
I understand what you're after, and I've answered everything that you've asked me to put on paper. I've done that. Now I'm asking you for a 2-hour man. That's it. I'm asking for 2 hours.
Dave worked 6.
I've done everything you've asked me to do.
Maybe?
No, Vern, there's no maybe.
Prove
There's
it.
no maybe. I've written it all up, I've given it to Mr. Sarvey.
We have not
I've
seen
said,
it.
oh really? Where's that my problem?
What are we talking about? What am I now sitting on?
The work task, effort that I asked
We did a 1
Jeff
month,
to do.
I got all the handwritten notes,
Sure.
but I don't think that's gonna
That isn't
justify
gonna
what you're looking at.
justify what I'm asking for.
I think what you're looking for is that change to the overall structure, the future structure that we're looking at, and then how those jobs are gonna break down, and then how many people we need to fill those, and then what are our options? What's that's gonna cost, and then what are other ways that we can look at accomplishing the workload?
That's exactly what I'm looking at.
So you're gonna
We're
tell me
looking
that
at,
you're
we're
gonna
looking
hold,
at the future, not the past, because we have to look at the future. We know that our taxes are gonna go through the roof if we don't control our expenses. We have to do everything that we possibly can We have to. There is no option.
Now, when we go through all the job descriptions, that would be a good time then to look at all the job descriptions of Public Works and see if
We're
they
gonna
might
have to do
wanna-
it quicker than that because it's
restructure
going
that.
to affect this year's levy.
Mr. Mayor, can I say something, or am I?
Go ahead, Dave.
I just wanna say, in Dave Hall, you have a very talented person that can do a lot of maintenance work, welding, fabricating, fixing, run any machine you put him on. A lot of that work, if we take it out of the city shop, which we have the equipment, the building, everything right there, and go anywhere else with it, it's $50 to $70 an hour. The money you save on all of that work is a big amount. And like Jeff said, if you screw around with him anymore, we're gonna lose that guy. And to retrain somebody like that would take a long, long time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. I'm personally gonna go on to staff recommendation, and I'm gonna make a motion to hire Dave Howe full-time.
Well, you can't, you gotta post it and he has to apply, right?
Not the
You're not,
part-time.
no.
Because he's just being moved from part-time to full-time, you
Yeah.
have to post that. That's a motion from within, that's from within.
I made the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mayor Holland, second by Mr. Robertson.
That is, beyond belief that you would fly in the face of campaign promises. And from the last election and from the previous election, that you would now do this, and instead of asking for and getting the justification that we need to see and to know, that staff is given direction and asked to carry it out.
I disagree.
But Vern, we haven't hired full-time. That motion. does
I
not include
understand,
full-time.
I understand.
And we're not going to.
I understand, it's just a dollar for a dollar. I understand. But it's the whole mindset. It has to change. We have to look into the future a little farther than our maintenance, our wonderful Public Works Director saying that he promised this employee something that we have to do.
Excuse me, but when he was hired, it's in the minutes that
I'm not sure that I
he
was finished.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't expect our Public Works Director to be able to explain in detail all of the work effort that goes into the city. We don't understand it. Us sitting around this table do not understand it. We take their word and we trust them.
Vern, you
and
had
that's
me
good.
here 3
No,
times
I'm not
at a
done
council
either.
meeting.
I'm not done either, Jeff.
Jeff, please. Go ahead, Vern.
We trust these people, we have to. But there's no reason why they can't give us the documentation that we asked for. Absolutely no reason why this is an unreasonable request.